Okay, yeah, here we go. Yes, got it. Like, what the heck is going on? So, yeah, I don't know. I had to log in through Zoom. So, hello team. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. Um, all right, so we are halfway through the month of May, and yeah, and month is not over with yet. I've just been super excited. Even just this week of, just different things that, I'm doing differently, and just, tuning into that YouTube video that I watched, that I, shared with you guys. So I just want to say, like, I'm so sorry. About 2 weeks ago, I had fallen asleep and just woke up and didn't hear my alarm. And yeah. So we're going to just do every other week. Tiana and I had chatted, and so we're going to do every other week Zooms. And so there may be, a special occasion where we're going to throw in an extra Zoom, but we're just going to do twice a month. I think, Tiana, if we want to shoot for like the first and third Tuesday, or first and third Thursday of the month, that would be awesome. Just so we can kind of hit beginning of the month, and just kind of middle to end of the month stuff. So
yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to share just kind of what just about follow-up, and just some things that I've been learning, some things that I've been doing, just some ideas, you guys, of just how to really just stand out on social media. Let people see who you are. So first of all, like, I had this idea of like Freedom Fridays or Friendship Fridays, and doing like, and just, making a post every Friday, and just like, if you guys do it, like, if you guys start doing it, then be consistent about it, of like Freedom Fridays, talking about like, I don't know, you could take that a million different directions. You could do financial freedom. You can do like, your business freedom. You can do like different, inspirational stories, or, I mean, just kind of on a whole nother or kind of an opposite end of the spectrum is like Friendship Fridays. Like, just, pick throughout the week, like, pick a friend that you want to highlight, whether they're in the business or not in the business, and just make a post every Friday, and highlight that friend. And like, you guys, like, people are going to see that, and they're going to see you, and they're going to see that you're a real person. You know what I mean? And so that you're not just talking about, you're not just talking about, biz stuff, whatever, that it's like, wow, that's really cool. She really cares about, values her friendships, values her people, that are in her life. So I don't know, that's just, I've not done it yet. I honestly, you guys, just looked at my notes tonight that I was going to do 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Thank you, Lord, for that idea. So I'm going to start doing that. I think, it's just a way to just, I don't know. Yeah. That idea just kind of came to me. Okay. So, so I hear something that I think, I don't even know. Maybe I didn't talk about it in a Zoom, or maybe a voice message. I'm not for sure, but here's my, my follow-up system that, that's right, I did do a Zoom. So, so I'm on month 2, okay, so of my follow-up system. So I started my list, if you want to call it, for my April, 2017 list. And so now, tonight I'm just going to be going back and kind of, really intentional, going back to those April relationships, and, like, messaging them if I didn't already message them. So yeah, it's just loving it. Absolutely. Just, loving that. So every friendship that I've built and added people, for the month of May, they're just, I'm popping them into my list of May 2017, 90-day push. So yeah. Gosh. Okay. Let's see here. So, Tiana, is there anything that you want to say or like?
I was just gonna ask, how is your 90-day push thing going? Like keeping your list that way and following up with
I honestly, I've actually, I've actually forgotten about it. Like, I mean, I've been adding people for every single, like, I've been really good at like, anytime, I'm a new friends with someone that I add them in the list, but I have not, I honestly put it on my to-do list this week so that I've not, gone back to them just because there's been friends that like I would just add through suggested friends, but I would not go and message them. And so like I need to catch those people that I haven't messaged, if that makes sense. Yep. So, and find something to message them. Yeah. And so I've been doing a lot of like Instagram, yes, like this past like week and a half, I've been like Instagramming it up. So,
that's going for you.
Yeah, good. So just between like Facebook and Instagram, it's like, it's kind of, one of them of like taking more action, just, just getting in front of more people. So, yeah. So I can talk about that in just a second here, but, I'm just trying to think. So just want to like highlight a couple things regarding follow-up. So I don't even, yeah. So something that like I've been saying, but like, well, so when explaining the two options to people regarding like loyal customers. So I heard this and I have been using it and it's really effective. So like when explaining the, one time $50, whatever, or the, picking a product for every 3 months and then, really just like, emphasizing that you get product credit, but the other option, you don't get that. So like, there's something about like, oh, most people do, and like, adding that phrase in there, saying most people or a lot of my customers, they go with, just picking a product, because they want the product credit, so there's something about that it's like, oh, well, I got to do that too, and regarding like, so this video that you guys have, this video that I had added in our team chat this week. So, I think, so something that I'm just trying to like work out a little bit is like, okay, so, is asking for people's phone numbers. And so, and getting them on the phone, that is key. So it's like, you're not messaging them about, okay, they asked about the cleanse, but they have, oh, we have these other products too, if you want to lose, 30 pounds, you know what I mean? So it's like, you have them on the phone that you can talk about those products. And so if someone responds, it's like, hey, hey, what I did was I've been voice messaging, I've been voice messaging, following up with people. And also I just did, hey, what's your phone number? And I'll call you. Here's mine. So, and actually on Monday night, it was late. And so I said, hey, what's your phone number? And then I think she gave it to me, and then and I gave her mine. And then I said, hey, I will call you first thing tomorrow morning. And then she's like, hey, actually, can you call me at 11 o'clock? Yep. Sounds good. We'll do that. And so, I was able to get her on the phone, and she was, she had talked about how, she just kind of didn't have energy and just felt sluggish and whatever. And so she had responded about the cleanse. She also added in the greens, and I talked in the greens, and boom, like she ordered, took her information right there. So did the 3 months. So, so if you guys, like, if there's somehow that you can get people on the phone, do it. Like, don't mention anything. Hey, you know what? Would love to answer that question on the phone. I normally, if you want to use consultation, if you want to use connection, I normally connect. I prefer to, really, connect with people over the phone. What's your number? Here's my cell phone number. Something like that. I think consultation it's not me. And so I really like to use the word connect. Like, hey, would love to connect with you. That's a great question. Would love to connect with you over the phone, whatever. So, don't answer people's questions. Try and get them on the phone. Somehow I think, so if you're messaging, I'm just kind of like verbally processing here, just because this has been a complete 180 of what I've been doing. So I would assume, if you are messaging someone new, so it's like you don't even know them, you're just recently building a relationship. So whether it's on Instagram or whether it's on Facebook, if it's on Facebook, obviously you can voice message. So it's like, you want people to hear your excitement in your voice. And so it would be like, for me, I just did a ton of like voice messages yesterday, for just, with people following up with people that I didn't know that had responded to a post. And so, I think if you, can do that, do it, for people to know that you're a real person, behind this post,
Good.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't know. Do you want to add anything, Tiana?
No, I mean, I went through and watched the video that you did share, and there were a ton of great tips in there. I actually need to go back and watch it again, because I watched it while I was working from home the other day. And so trying to multitask was a little difficult.
Yeah.
But no, it was really good information. And I have to get better about calling people myself to follow up, and even leaving the voice messages. I'm good with texting and Facebook messaging, but not so great with calls. So something to work on for sure.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And I think, I think that there is something about, like, calling people. Last week I just had, went through and, messaged a bunch of people, a bunch of potential loyal customers, people on our team, whatever, Mother's Day, and it's like, happy Mother's Day. And so it's, really just, I think just, finding ways to connect with people, and being intentional. So, so, yes. So, like, tons of great tips in that video. And I think that it's, there's just something about being simple, you know what I mean? Of like, I think the main switch for me is getting people on the phone, getting their phone numbers. Let that be. And I'm just trying to think what else. I don't know. I got to go back and watch it again to kind of like help, retain. But I think something that I haven't done, but that I'm going to start doing is messaging people, like, on either like on Facebook or Instagram, who, after a week of like, hey girl, I think, just, I couldn't wait to, I know it's been a week, or I can't remember what she said. So you guys don't use my words, verbatim, but like something about, that she messages people after like a week, of being friends with them, like, hey, I just was, looking at your profile and, think you'd be really good at what I do. And it's like, I have not been, just being bold. And if you're doing that in Facebook, I guess for me, I would voice message that, like 100% hands down, like, oh my gosh, girl, like, love your profile, like, love just your positivity, like, girl, you need to do what I do, like, when can we chat, something like that it's, just getting, more bold, and like, what's there to lose, like, whatever,
Right.
So, and it's not, and it's like, to me, you're not like that's not spammy, you know, like, I don't think that's spammy at all. Like, that's just someone being excited, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think to me, I think spammy is this long paragraph and then, you know, of whatever. And then, you know, hey, you should join my team or whatever of, yeah.
Right.
Like, you know, like, do you think so, Tiana?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I totally do. And I am guilty of that also. So, just, working on getting better, just being more relational with people,
Yeah.
and building those friendships and those relationships. I would say that definitely, if you are making good connections with people, it's okay to maybe do that after a week of friending them.
Yeah.
But I would maybe be more concerned about building that relationship first,
Yeah.
before
Liking.
just jumping right in and saying, oh my gosh, I think you'd be awesome. Well,
Mhm.
maybe I would say maybe 2 weeks,
2 weeks. Yeah.
give it some time, follow up with them, or, just keep in touch with them, comment on their pictures,
Yep.
like their stuff, and just interact, send a message, say, hey, how was your day? Just thinking about you out of the blue, whatever.
Yep.
Even if you weren't, I mean, sometimes you're just going through your Facebook feed and you just see somebody and it's like, oh shoot, I haven't, interacted with them. Well, they were on your mind right that second. So you can message them and say, hey, you were on my mind. Just want to say, hey, how's your day? And just, try to, like I said, build a relationship that way. But you don't want to spam people.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to spam people, especially in your messages, because of course you can tell if they've seen it.
Yeah.
And if it sounds spammy to them, they're not going to respond to you.
Right.
And you want to be open and have interaction between the two of you. So
Yep.
definitely try to just keep it more personal and relational. And if it happens to go towards the way of they're interested in products, fantastic. If not, well, you have a new friend and eventually they may come around. So
Yep.
yeah.
Gosh, we probably have like let's see. So it was at 8:30. So 15 more minutes left. So I just want to take some time and just, like that I'm not saying that like I know, I know everything about Instagram. I'm just going to share with you guys what I've been doing, the last like week and a half, maybe 2, I don't know. But really just, adding to, what I've been doing now. So not necessarily like, all right, see you later, Facebook, but just wanting to expand my network. And, there are tons of people that like, I am not friends with on Facebook, but I'm, meet on Instagram. So there's an app called InstaFollow, because it's like, here's the thing. So you want to know what people are that you're following, and then that they're also following you. So it's like you can go through and so from this training video, or hold on, maybe another video. I don't even know. It's all kind of a wash for me. So like I've been like seriously trying to follow new people, like between, I don't even know, if I was to guess, like 100 to 200 people a day. I don't even know. You can follow 300 people max a day. Like it will not allow you to go past that. So anyway, so I've been adding or following new people, and hoping that they will follow me back. Okay. So the beauty of this InstaFollow app is you can go through and you can unfollow the people. Let me just pull it up right now. Cause you have non-followers, you have mutual friends, and then you have, fans, which I don't really care about fans, but yeah. And there's, lost followers, there's, gained followers, and there's blockers, which whatever, screw people that block me. So, anyway, or maybe, I don't know if that's, people that block me or people that I blocked. I don't know. Anyway, so that's something that it's free. but there's, with every single app, there's, oh, you can upgrade to, whatever for, some of these other stuff, which I have not done that. It's like, okay, I mainly, use this, have been using it for just the unfollowing my non-followers. So, okay. And you can only do like 11 per hour. So it's like, gotta, keep on it. So anyway, so I've been doing that. I've honestly just, with Facebook and Instagram are different. And as, maybe Devin has said this. So Instagram is all about, the picture and then, the wording with it and hashtags, like that's huge. So watching a video, like a YouTube video, I've not quite figured out where the hotspot is, where you get the most like popular hashtags. I don't know. I'm just doing ones that like I can think of, So anyway, but Facebook, obviously you can just like do, the whole like wording thing and just, with no picture. So really just, following, some of the leaders on Instagram and, and just kind of like following, what they do. It sucks because I can't, I have no way besides in my Insta follow app for knowing what people that like just, I've been recently like friends with or whatever, like my kind of Facebook system that I got going on. So that's the one and only thing that I'm kind of struggling with of like, gosh, like, what was that one person, whatever. So yeah, I've really just been, making sure that I've been posting in Instagram and adding new people, following new people. And I've just, started conversations with people. So that's really what I've been doing. And, my gal on Monday that signed up as a loyal customer that I talked about, who responded to a cleanse, my cleanse post in there and got her on the phone, it is someone that like my husband did like was kind of an acquaintance, if you want to call it, like knew of her, but didn't really know her, that my husband knew. So, it was not like, oh, a new follower had responded, but yeah, I've just been getting like a lot of, just some, new faces, you guys. Like if we're not, here's the thing. So that I learned, wow, I'm going to go on a little soapbox here that I learned from these training videos. Like if we're not constantly like adding new people and building our network, whether it's on, Facebook, whether it's on Instagram, it's like, that's new business. Like that's new business, are we just going to, continue to go back to the people that like, we've been trying to get and whatever, or trying to get, if you want to call it, whether it's a loyal customer or distributor, or are we going to go out and, start talking to new people? It's like, we have to constantly do that. And something that I was just like super convicted about from, this book that I'm reading. Okay. So, Get Over Your D Self. All right. So is the days that you just don't feel like working, that, today, I'm not going to lie, like was one of those days, just kind of, feeling like, I don't know, just feeling kind of off today, it has nothing to do with, business stuff, but it's like, I just, if it wasn't for the Zoom, like, I don't know, like I don't know how much, if I would have been productive tonight, but it's like, okay, like, showing up and, you hear the phrase, show up to go up. And, so anyway, pushing through those moments and those days where it's like, you just don't feel like doing anything. You don't feel like messaging people. You don't feel like whatever. And it's like, man, like that's, I heard this example in this book, like, so you're in a restaurant and, let's say that you own a restaurant or you cut hair. Like, are you just going to like, go and, turn the sign over that says closed when you don't feel like working, and then open again when you feel like working. Like, that's not how business works. Like, that's not how our business work, or we shouldn't sink into those routines and that mindset of working when we feel like it, even though you guys, like, we're working from home, like we're working from our living rooms or our bed, like we still got to show up, so we still got to, have our open sign on, and that's through posting, that's through, messaging new people, that's through building our network, so I just wanted to kind of, maybe end with that. And unless Tiana, you have anything, but just was just thought that was so good. Like, just a really good analogy in that book. And I was like, yep. All right. I'm hearing you now. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that everything you shared was great. I know that, my battery's dying. But I know that I've got to get better in a lot of these areas. So they're just all reminders of what I need to be doing, things I know I need to be doing, but just having the reminder it's great. Because definitely this last week, I was more into spending time with my family than working my business. However, I did post, every once in a while, not as often as I would normally. Yeah. But it is about being open, but, for that also you need to set your office hours, Sure. You're not a 24/7 type of business. I mean, you are, because we're online, but for you as a person, you need to rest. You need to take time for yourself. You need to take time for your family also. Mm-hmm. So, do all that you can during your business hours, and then take time to, take care of yourself and your people at home. So, yeah. But no, I'm excited about, I don't want to say relaunching, because my business has never ever just dropped off, but I'm just getting that excitement back. Last week was a rough week for me, personally. So I'm good to go now, and we are going to make it happen. So I just encourage everybody to just take time for yourselves, but also realize that this is your business and you're going to get out of it what you put into it. So if you don't want much out of it, you're not going to get much. If you want to take it to the top, you can. It's just about being consistent, like we've said over and over and over again. So
yeah. And Tiana, you're reading this Get Over Your D Self book as well. Yeah. So, yeah. And so hey, you guys, just kind of forewarning you, if you want to share different things that Tiana, that you're learning, I'm going to share that with you guys that I'm learning. And just in our team message thread, such a great book, really a great book, just from kind of putting the puzzle pieces together, where this lady is from, or what business she's from. I think she's from Miriam.
From Rodan & Fields.
Really? Okay, so they get Lexuses too. Okay.
I guess so.
Okay. All right. Didn't know that. Okay. Good to know. Yeah. I think, but anyway, not that I care, but it just kind of helps. I think, which I don't really know anything about actually that business. So yeah, never mind. Okay. But great book. And I think, if we can just kind of tag team sharing nuggets here and there, let's do it, great book. So.
Yep. And I got to get on it. I mean, I've read some of it, but because of my vacation this week, I didn't read any of it when I was gone. So now
that's okay. Yeah. That's all good. So cool. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm gonna end the Zoom, and awesome. So okay, here we go. So I'm going to I'm just gonna put dates in here. So we're looking at, holy cow, so it would be June 1st. All right now, it's going to be June 1st. That's a Thursday, okay? Yep. So June 1st and June 15th is when we're gonna be making it happen. So
sounds like a plan.
Yay.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.